Okay, and publish. There we go. Awesome. My first film photography video on YouTube. Man. Okay, well, I guess I can go get some lunch and then I'll be able to film part 2. Let Where am I? Oh my. Did I finally make it into the Matrix?
Hello, mortal.
Oh my god! What is this?
This is a construct of my own design. A prison of sorts. A prison for your mind.
Why am I wearing a lav mic?
Silence! You are here for creating a video that redefined the genre of film photography YouTube videos.
What? I wouldn't say that I even got close to
That kind of creativity cannot be allowed to run amok. So here your mind shall stay. Forced to read comments, begging for a part 2. And your mind shall melt as you are forced to watch an endless stream of Peter McKinnon videos.
No, please, no, anything but that. Please,
What's
no.
up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody?
So that's where I've been for 6 months. No, but really, thank you all for whoever watched that first video and commented on that first video and said they wanted a part 2 and were interested and said all those nice things about my fake green screen B-roll. Really, I appreciate it. So yeah, let's just jump right into how I actually did that panoramic mod. So first of all, I got this mod on eBay. It was about 30 bucks and it came with these 2 little inserts and then some adapters for your 35mm film. So first of all, what you're gonna do is just do the easiest part here is install these adapters. We're gonna pop the top viewfinder off, if I can find the buttons for it. And you're gonna take the really tiny, flimsy, really nothing kind of piece of aluminum here, or tin maybe, I don't even know what this is, and throw that in there. And that's just gonna let you know your framing when you're shooting. And it's so thin because it has to fit between these 2 glass elements. So it works out pretty good. Let's plop that back in there. All right, cool. Easiest part done. So the next part you're gonna do, you're just gonna pop open the back here and we're gonna put our other insert in. Now this is a real nice thick boy here. This is a really nice thick piece of aluminum, I'm assuming. All you're gonna do is with the logo up, just kind of push it down into place until it snaps. Perfect. All right, now comes the tough part. So I've already pre-cut this because I did it for when I was doing my first video. But I'm gonna show you how to get the backing paper that you have to use to attach the 35mm film to. First of all, sorry, you are gonna have to burn a roll of 120 film to get this backing paper, or if you're a super hipster and develop your own film, you might have some laying around. Okay, so you're gonna take your 120 roll of film and you're gonna put it in exactly the same as you normally would. And you're gonna pull it across with the take-up spool to the 220 side when the arrow lines up with the 220. Then you're gonna close the back, wind it up just like you normally would, all the way till it's ready to shoot. Then you're gonna pop it open and you're going to feel where the frame begins. And you're gonna make a little mark on the backing paper where the very first frame would start. And then you're just gonna cut your backing paper right there where that frame would start, and you're gonna keep everything on the take-up spool side and throw everything else on the left side away. Once you have your backing paper size cut, you're actually going to measure how wide a 35mm frame is against the back of your backing paper and then make the cuts to make it a thin line that is the exact same width as 35mm. So that way you can actually take this piece of paper up into 35mm film. So now we have this backing paper and we know that it takes this many cranks from the start to the first frame. And this is exactly how much backing paper we need to attach to the 35mm film. And I'll show you how to do that right now. Now that we have that big process done, we can actually tape our 35mm film to our 120 backing paper that is now the same width as our 35. I'm just gonna give it about 2 inches here. I'm just gonna tape about 2 inches of this 35 onto the backing paper here. And we're just gonna use normal Scotch tape, line it up right there, and smooth it across. And just get that on there really tight. And now we see here, that's not coming undone, baby.
I told you when we hooked up, baby.
We can wind all of this up. We can wind all of this 120 backing paper up into the 35 canister, like so. So there we go. Now we got all that in there. And this is when our nifty little adapters are gonna come into play. All right, so it actually goes a long one on the top and a short one on the bottom. So we're opening up our camera, bring this over here. All right, now here's the hard part, actually getting this lined up. I'm gonna go ahead and lock the 120 side in first. Now that the 120 side's in, we're gonna wind this up until it matches. There we go. Put our adapters in the 35. Tops and bottoms. Try and finagle that in there where it locks in place. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. All right, there we go. We are in there. Our backing paper, our 120 is in there. Our 35 is loaded in, attached to our 120 backing paper. Now all we got to do is stretch this across. You can see it coming through here. And we're going to line that arrow up, not with the 120 as we normally do, but with the 220, so that we can shoot higher than 10 frames on this camera. Because, let me line this up for me real quick. There we go, 120. Once you have it lined up with the 220, make sure your back is not shifted to the 120 side, but shifted to the 220 side. Close that baby up. Make sure that your knob on this side is shifted to 220. Then we can just crank away. And at the end of the day, you are gonna get about 15 to 16 shots out of this. I believe I got 15 last time. And I'm just gonna give you a little quick tip here. Do not trust the first frame. That first frame that you shoot is probably gonna be a dead frame, but after that, I bet the second and third frames will probably be okay. But I would say for safety, don't shoot your magnum opus on the first or second frame of this roll. Once you've shot all of your film, all you have to do is go into a dark room, or if you have a dark bag, you can use that. I used my daughter's closet because it's the darkest room in the house. I went in there and put a blanket over myself and then pop this open and take both the spools out, and then you're gonna slowly wind the 35mm film back into the canister. And once you reach that end, you just roll all that paper in there, and then you can take it out. Once you take it out, all you gotta do is pull that paper back out, pull all the tape off, and then you can reuse your backing paper, and you got your 35mm film ready to be developed. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I shot at my family's house over Thanksgiving. But before I do that, I wouldn't really be a YouTuber if I didn't roll some sexy B-roll of the Pentax 6x7.
Within one night to dream 75 years of time, or any length of time you wanted to have. And you would naturally, as you began on this adventure of dreams, you would fulfill all your wishes. You would have every kind of pleasure. And after several nights of 75 years of total pleasure each, you would say, well, that was pretty great. But now let's have a surprise. Let's have a dream which isn't done before. Well, something is going to happen to me that I don't want to do. And you would dig that and come out of that and say, wow, that was a close shave, wasn't it?
Hey guys, thank you for watching. I filmed this outro like 2 months after I filmed the rest of the video, so I didn't want to set everything back up. But hey, thanks for watching. I'm really sorry about that intro. If you made it from the intro all the way to here, quarantine might have been getting to me a little bit. So
I may have gone too far in a few places.